Hey y'all. This your girl Tonetta. Welcome to my channel. I want to say thank y'all for being here. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Thank you for being here. Today is going to be Reddit stories, but about life advice. So this should be interesting, I'm sure. And of course, I can, as a social worker, been over 25 years now, and a certified life coach, relationship coach. I can, of course, I'm pretty sure answer these too. So just about anything, actually. So, like I said, definitely, let's go ahead and get into this. But before I do, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Click that notification, click the subscribe button, and then, of course, click the notification bell to receive all the videos I upload from this point here on out. If you ain't seen the ones in the past, go check them out too. So, again, let's go ahead and get into this. This is life advice on Reddit stories. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first one, and it's actually about relationship, but that's okay. It's on life advice, so it's okay. How did you manage to break up with your significant other? Did you plan it? What is the most humanly way to do it so it don't hurt someone for life? Hi, I'm a male and my girlfriend. We've been together for 6 years now. Some things happen. I've asked some questions here and there. Let's say that I've finally opened my eyes and realized that I should just go away and start everything from scratch somewhere else with someone new, only after I fix myself with some kind of therapy. Yet here I am. I don't know how to break up. I'm scared of it. I love her, but I know I can't change some things about her. Too many red flags appeared, too many real situations. Y'all can read my previous posts, which I don't know where the previous post at. I'm not going to look for it right now, but that's okay. So how did y'all break up? Is there a humanly way of doing it? I don't want to harm her any kind of way. Should I write down all the reasons? Where should I break up with her? Should I take her somewhere for a talk? We live in one town about a kilometer away from each other. Her parents treat me like I'm their son, and I've treated them like family. The thought of losing them and then maybe hating me is torturing me. torturing me. How to overcome all of this? I'm scared of what to do next. I'm pretty sure that it's going to fuck me up even more than I already am. But yet I wouldn't want to vent to anyone and get on their head because of poor me. I broke up with my girl. So do you recommend any activities just to calm it all down? Should I block her and delete all photos and stuff I have with her? And on the bottom, it says a little update about what about all the gifts from that person? Those I got for birthday or any occasion, should I give it all back? What if she won't accept this? Should I throw it all away? Just so when remind me of her. When I'm reading this, it's definitely sounding to me that you're overthinking a whole lot of this. I broken up with my marriage, of course. I told my partner, of course, I was in the marriage. I don't remember how many years we were married. Probably like 2, 3, 4, something like that years. I ended that relationship. Of course, he was cheating as I found out. So the next one, I did end that as well. It just was not after almost 8 years. Nothing was changing. Nothing was working in the relationship. Constant arguing all day long. Sick and tired of it. The attitudes, everything else. So yes, I had to talk to him about that as well. Like I said, I think that you're overthinking this. The only thing that you have to do if you're done with the relationship, sit her down. You can, if you want to take her out to dinner, that's up to you. But you can sit her down at home and just talk to her about what's not working for you and that you want to end the relationship. That's all you really have to do. There's no way that you're going to not hurt somebody. Everybody's going to be hurt when a relationship ends. One person feel that things are going well. The other person feel that things are not going well. So somebody's going to be hurt somewhere along the lines. There's nothing that you can do to stop her from being hurt in any kind of breakup. Unless she has no feelings and she don't care, she was ready to end it too. Other than that, if she's on the same page as you and ready to end things too and sick and tired of stuff and don't want to be with you for whatever reasons, then she may not be hurt. But if she's not like that, then of course she's going to be hurt. There's nothing you can do. And for y'all out here listening, I know, definitely put it down in the comments. How did you break up with your ex? What I did with my last relationship, well, I'm in a relationship now, but the relationship before this, like I said, things were just not working out after almost 8 years. I sat him down, had the conversation, let him know that I was tired of putting up with whatever the things were, which it was, of course, he didn't cheat on me in this particular relationship. I didn't have it. He wasn't cheating. But he was trying to control me over the years. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse. He didn't trust me at all. I gave him no reason not trust me. Went to work, came home. That's really all I did, unless we were going out to like an event or something like that. He and I were together. There's no person I'm going to cheat with. I'm not a cheater. Never have been. Never will be. He was, every time we got to my family, friends, anybody that I knew, house or function, event, he always came with the nasty ass attitude on purpose. I put it that way. It wasn't the first, maybe the first year or two. That's when it all started. Like I said, going to my family and friends' house with a nasty attitude, grumpy. Get to his friend's house, he happy and dandy, happy go lucky. And over years, I'm like, well, over the time, I'm like, what is going on here? Of course, ask him about things, what's going on. He ain't got no answer, like he's dumb and don't know. So, of course, like I said, over time, we was constantly arguing all the time about every single damn thing there was for years. And this got on my last nerve. I couldn't take it no more. Like I said, I set him down, let him know I was done with this relationship. And gave him the reasons, or some of the, I think I probably gave him all the reasons, and just let him know. Let him know that I could help him find some other place to stay. No, I'm not paying anything on the place to stay. He had a job, he can afford that himself. But he just wasn't going to stay in my house anymore. That's how that went. There was no good or bad way to say or do that. At a certain point, when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you have to do what you got to do. I wasn't arguing or howling at him or yelling or anything like that at all. I didn't come with no attitude. I came with how I felt about the situation. All the things, all the all the evidence, I guess, to back me up as well. And it's not like I hadn't talked to him about this over the 7.5, almost 8 years. I talked to him about this damn near every week or two. During the holiday season, almost every chance, every time something was going on, I talked to him about it. And nothing was changing, no matter what I did, no matter what I said, no matter what, offer some look at some relationship videos, some things that we can work on, talk to his mom, try to have her interject and see what, nothing was changing at all. He act like he could care less. I'm pretty sure narcissistic, maybe some mental health issues going on, something was going on. I just wasn't willing to deal with it anymore. Like I said, there's no way you can soften the blow for somebody. You have no idea how anybody's going to take a breakup until you get to that point to actually talk about the breakup. And you were talking about, you don't want to harm her. Well, I think I just went over that. You don't want to harm her in any kind of way. Like I said, unless she's on the same page as you and tired of that relationship and want to end it as well, there's no way that you can soften the blow for her at all. And anything, I mean, like I said, to me, overthinking about the gifts and all this kind of stuff, you don't have to give any of that stuff back. Just move on with your life. There's nothing that you have to do. Talk to the person about what's going on, why you don't want the relationship anymore, and go ahead, either whoever's going to move out, I don't know if y'all stay together or what the case is or what the situation is. Talk to her like you're talking, just like you wrote this, about the issues, whatever kind of evidence you have to back you up, or whichever the case is. Like I said, don't overthink things. Yes, it's going to be a hard situation either way it go. You may cry, be upset, that kind of thing as well, and she may do the same unless she's on the same page as you. Don't want the relationship either. Otherwise, yes, she's going to cry and have a hard time and possibly in this kind of thing. I have no idea who she is and what kind of person she is. But you cannot soften the blow for anybody when you're telling them that you want to break up. I would not say block and act dumb and immature at all. Talk to her like man and woman. Y'all are both grown adults. Talk to her like you got some sense and tell her what's going on and that you don't want the relationship no more. You have to work on yourself or whatever it is. I would advise also, you did say that you want to work on yourself and do all these kind of things, which that is fine. Relationships sometimes can teach us the things that we, of course, are lacking. A lot of relationships teach us that, if not all of them. And sometimes you do start to realize that that the person that you're with is not your actual 100% person. Sometimes you fall out of love with people over the years. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're just so much or you start having all these things going on with yourself and you don't feel adequate enough. And you want to get yourself together first. And sometimes that does mean ending the relationship. Because the person may not understand what you're going through. And that is okay. You can always find somebody else. I would say definitely don't find nobody else right away. Give it some time first. Get yourself together first. And then after a year or so, or however long you want, then start playing the dating field. Don't just get out of this relationship and go with somebody else unless you already got somebody else and that's the reason why you want to end things. I don't know. Hopefully you're not doing her like that. Hopefully this is really about yourself and you wanted to grow and do all these things. And my question is, why can't you do these things with her? Because you didn't, of course, in this, this person didn't specify exactly what was going on. So I don't know the exact reason, whatever the situations were. I don't know. If they can be worked out, have no idea. But those are my questions. Like I said, when you're going through relationships and you're going through a breakup or wanting to break up, there is no easy way to soften that blow at all, except for going into it, being as respectful as you can, as nice as you can. Like I said, telling the story from your point of view and what you're wanting out of this. That can give her some type of closure. It's not going to give her all the closure in the world, but it'll give her some type of closure to let her know that it's not her. Hopefully it's not her, that is you, and you want to change yourself and do all these things, which is okay, and that's fine. Like I said, there's no way to soften the blow. Let me see if I can find another one, y'all. Uh-oh. Let me see. I don't know. Don't know what to do. Let me see what this one is. I don't know what this one is, but it looks like it's a lot of different things. Um, I don't know. Let me see, because it's a lot of different. Um, Trying to see y'all, and let me know in the comment. Actually, make sure that you put down in the comments if you have any suggestions or have any advice. Put it in the comments as well, because someone besides this person who wrote this, of course, may not see it, but that's okay. Somebody else may be going through a similar situation, wanted to get a divorce or in a relationship, and needing to know how to do it. There's no, like I said, no way. You just sit them down, have a conversation like adults, and that's about it. But like I said, there's no way to soften that blow. But like I said, somebody may need that advice. So make sure that you put it down in the comments. I'm trying to let me see. I don't know. I'll just take this one, y'all. It says being gossiped at. I have been gossiped at for a false information, and I knew it when close friends told me what they said. I don't know how to take action or leave it be. The gossiper once told my The gossiper once was my friend, and I noticed they stabbed me in the back for no reason when they started gossiping about me. And I know I've had people gossip about me, in-laws and people that I thought they knew me for 10, 15 years. I'm like, okay, 20 years. You don't know me by now? What is going on? But just know that sometimes this is going to happen, and there's nothing that you can do about it. You can walk away. That's what I just walked away. Even though they blocked me and all this, I don't really care. I just walked away. It's not even that serious. Yes, I was upset. Yes, I cried and this kind of thing because I didn't do anything wrong. But over time, people change and you change too. What was going on in my situation? Of course, in-laws. This was back when I was married. Of course, like I said, been around them 10, 15 years, this kind of thing. Because, of course, after we got divorced, that was still my support system. So, of course, I still went around them. We still had family functions and all that kind of stuff. Help the kids, I guess, like the niece and nephew grow up and that kind of thing too. But when I got with my last partner before this, like I said, he was having all those attitude issues going on at folks' house, acting a damn fool, I put it that way. And of course, they would let me know, of course, they can't, what is going on with him and just asking questions about him, that kind of thing, what's happening and that kind of thing too. And asked him if I can talk to him about whatever was going on and see if he can change his attitude the next time he came over. And like I told them, I can't force anybody to do anything, but I will definitely try, of course, which I tried. It was that. And then also, I was starting to do more self-care for myself. Because along the way, I was taking care of everybody else, doing all this stuff for everybody else, taking them to the grocery store all times at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes doing all type transporting all around the place, helping people move, doing all this stuff. The in-laws, I put it that way. And losing myself in the way when all this stuff happened. I was taking care of myself to, of course, to a certain extent, but I wasn't giving myself my own me time that I needed. And when I started doing that, trying to focus on myself, my personal development, trying to grow, it became, I'm acting funny. Why I ain't doing this no more? Or who you think you are? All this kind of stuff. And of course, over the years, like I said, it fizzled out. Of course, like I said, it just, I don't know what else I was blamed, accused of doing. I have no idea. But like I said, that relate all those relationships, sister-in-laws, mother-in-law, niece and nephew, all came to an end one day. Like I said, they were gossiping behind, from what I understand, behind my back as well to their friends and this kind of thing, which there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not finna sit up here and try to go make everything right. That's on them. In time, whoever the people are they're gossiping about or gossiping to, I guess I put it that way, about me, in time, the truth will come to light. That's how I look at everything. There's nothing I can do about somebody that's gossiping about me at all. And there's nothing you can do either. Yes, you can try to make it right, and go tell everybody they lied and this kind of thing. It's not even worth it a lot of times. Whatever, most negative things that people hear, at least 95% of the time, they'll believe it. I put it that way. Negativity always seems to be king and rule for whatever reason. And like I said, don't waste your time. Just keep focusing on you and trying to be the best person that you can be. Yes, it's hurtful. Yes, you are probably going to cry and all types of things because they're talking about you, and you can feel the energy when you walk into the room. You have a choice to either go be with them people or be around them or not. You don't have to at all. I stopped everything, being around them, calling them, everything. You're not going to treat me like I'm crazy and talk about me and all this kind of stuff while you think I'm kissing your ass to come over your house and all. I don't have time for that. I stopped everything. Like I said, some of them blocked me and that kind of thing too, which is fine. I don't care. Still blocked to this day. I'm like, that's fine. But like I said, there's nothing that you can do about people gossiping about you. But just keep doing what you're doing in your life and being the best person that you can be. At some point, the truth will prevail. And like I said, y'all, if y'all have any other advice for this person or any advice, period, because somebody else is probably going through the same situation, put it down in the comments. Because these kind of gossiping situations are very hard to deal with, especially when you've been around these folks and know these folks for years and years, and you think y'all are tight and have this good relationship, and all of a sudden, here they come gossiping about you, and you can feel the energy, and you know that folks talking about you. That is not a good feeling to have or be around somebody or people that's doing that to you. It's not. It's hard to deal with. But you do have to learn how to let go and cut your losses. I know it's hard, but that's what usually has to happen in these kind of situations. Let me see. Let me look for another one, y'all. Let me see. And this is a mental health advice. It says, okay. Feeling that I'm unworthy. There's really no past trauma I had. Sure, had bad moments in life, but thinking about those moments can only make me smile because they're over. Overall, I'm a good student. I am fit. I have a good group of friends. I don't have anything that would make me feel like I don't deserve anything good happening to me, and it feels terrible. I don't understand this. Okay. Example, I don't earn money right now, so my parents are the ones who finance me, but I just feel horrible whenever they want to buy me something nice, pay for my trip or anything else that is not a basic need. I'm grateful for that and understand they just want to do this as a reward for doing a good job in college, but I feel horrible because of two things. One, I don't feel like it's that big of a thing to do good in college. My attitude is that it's the bare minimum. I'm not really understanding this too much, but okay. Two, I didn't earn any money myself, and they're paying for all the stuff that's not necessary. Meanwhile, most people, this TV. Meanwhile, most people I know who are just lazy and don't do much of anything in life spend their parents' money like crazy on so many stupid stuff that I just can't understand them. Okay, I'm not really sure what the deal. I mean, I don't. Maybe I'm not understanding, or they left some miss out. Didn't put all the information in here, so it just sounds like the parents are financing them. This person's in college. If you feel like you're not unworthy, start doing things on your own. Go ahead and find that job and start paying for the stuff yourself. Why would you, if you're feeling unworthy, like you can't do anything yourself and your parents is financing your life, start doing the stuff yourself. You're never going to feel like you are responsible enough or that you're an adult until you start taking care of yourself like an adult. Your parents don't have to finance you, maybe pay for your education. I guess if you could, because you may not have the money to do so. I understand that, but the things are buying for you and stuff like that, that stuff that you do in college, you can get that stuff yourself. There's no reason why you can't have a part-time job. I don't know what your schedule is. If you're a full-time student, you maybe kind of sounds like it, but still, there's no reason why you can't start financing your own life if you feel that bad about them buying you stuff. Like I said, I'm not sure what else to really say about this one, but like I said, definitely, if you feel like you're unworthy because of them buying you stuff and all these kind of things, and fund your own life then. Like I said before, you'll never feel like you are an adult until you start doing so. And that you have the independence that you want until you start funding your own life and doing that, making your own money. Otherwise, your parents are going to rule. I don't know if they're doing this or what else is going on, but they will rule your life until you, of course, become your own adult and make your own money, move out on your own and take care of yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be in debt with them. I'll put it that way in so many words. All right, y'all. This will be the last story. So this is the Reddit story, of course, life advice. And this one is talking about, she's a 31-year-old woman saying that she's struggling with self-doubt and low self-esteem. So let me go ahead and read this to y'all. I am 31. My whole life I have struggled with low self-esteem, and it feels like it's getting worse as I get older. I have been to therapy. I have bought tons of self-help books, listened to podcasts, limited social media, tried to understand the psychology behind it, but it just made me realize that it probably has stemmed from something from my childhood. My whole life, I have been let down that I have become so hyper independent and extreme people pleaser. I feel like it's in my DNA to automatically put people's needs and wants in front of mine. It is so hard to put myself first. I recently have seen videos on why people feel the need to always go out of their way to help others, and it's a reflection of how I want people to show up for me who haven't. I have always felt insecure about the way I look. When I was younger, I had a bad underbite and crossbite even after braces. I still have been insecure about it. I cringe internally when anyone compliments me, when I see photos of myself, especially now that I'm getting older, and question, is that really what I really look like? It's just really sad that most of my life I have struggled with this and somehow can't combat it. Any helpful advice or suggestions, I'm open for any advice. And you can put down in the comments too what advice you may have. But the first thing I want to say, of course, I can definitely identify with having low self-esteem because I haven't always had high confidence, high self-esteem, all this kind of stuff all my life. I'm 48, I have it now. But like I said, it was definitely something I had to work on as well. I know reading this, the first thing that came to my mind was that you keep saying that you can't have higher self-esteem, that you are, putting yourself down. I guess I put it that way. That's the first thing, like I said, that I noticed reading this, that you're just putting yourself down. You have to lift yourself up. It's going to feel very different. It's going to feel very different, I'm sure, stepping out of your own shoes and lifting yourself up, saying that I can do this, I can do that. This is not hard. This is not difficult. To increase my self-esteem, to love myself, and to have confidence. That's the first thing I heard when reading this. And of course, a lot of times, some of this stuff in my social work background, all the psychology I took and that kind of thing, and even working with myself, childhood wounds, unhealed childhood wounds can create low self-esteem, self-doubt, lack of confidence, all those types of things. Dealing with those childhood wounds and those traumas and those dramas will definitely help you kind of move forward in your life. Not kind of, but really move forward in your life. I don't know what things happened to you, what was going on. I don't know, but trying to heal those, like I said, those traumas, that will help. Not the traumas, but I mean the triggers will definitely help. That I know there's nothing that you can do about the situation. They've already occurred, but to look at yourself in those situations as the victor or not the victim. That those situations happen to you to help you become the person that you are today, to grow into the woman you are today. Like I said, there's always something that we can look at the positive side of. And I know about the people pleasing. I was a people pleaser as well. And like I said, the I can't do this, I can't do that. You can stop that whenever you want to. Just stop and say no. That's all you have to do. I know when I was people pleasing and all that kind of stuff, I was afraid of losing those relationships. That's why I kept doing what I was doing. And you did mention that you treat people how you want others to treat you, but you don't have to downgrade yourself and you don't have to wear yourself out to please other people at all. People, what I've understood and what I've had happen to me, people will use you like that. And that's what it sounds like is probably going on. They know you're going to do it, so they're going to keep calling you and keep asking for whatever it is that you're giving them. All you have to do is stop. I used to, people, because my in-law, I had family members, in-laws, not my husband's family and friends and all this kind of stuff, back when we were married. And of course, throughout a big part of my life, actually, they're my support system until everything fell apart and that kind of thing. We just went our separate ways. Like I talked about a little while ago with that gossip, I guess I put it that way. But what I started doing, of course, I had to start. I don't know if I said, well, yeah, I probably did say no. Of course, when they kept calling me to ask to go to the grocery store, call me to do this, I was, of course, at home watching TV or out doing something for myself, out on the trail doing something for myself, letting them know that I cannot do this because I'm doing something for me. And if folks cannot understand that, they understood that for a moment. But after a while, of course, I forgot I had my sound up. But after a while, of course, like I said, the relationship broke down because of that. I was putting myself first and they didn't like that at all, which is fine. People, you cannot please everybody. The only person you can please is yourself. I don't care what's going on. You can people please all day long. All you're going to be is be used all day long. That's always going to happen. Like I said, all you have to do is stop doing that. And I know that's easier said than done because I know those feelings and the guilt and all that kind of stuff will come into play. I understand that. That's something you're going to have to work on. Work on the guilt. Why am I having this guilt? I don't know. You said you had a therapist and this kind of thing. Maybe you need a different therapist. Because you still shouldn't be feeling this way 100% at all if you had a therapist and this is something that y'all had worked on, really worked on. I don't know what all y'all did. I have no idea. But like I said, you shouldn't still be feeling this way. At least totally 100% this way. It's from what it sounds in here. You may need a different therapist if that's the case. If you cannot do this work on your own. So like I said, definitely, I know it's going to take some time for you to, of course, start you said you looking at yourself, your braces, your overbite, all this kind of stuff. You have to start telling yourself how beautiful you are and accept yourself with all the flaws and all. Living imperfect in your, what is it called? Living perfect within your imperfections. Everybody has imperfections. You're not the only one. I have teeth that's crooked over here. Never got them fixed. I could care less. But I know some people do care about that. Growing up, yes, I was like, oh, my teeth are crooked, or I need this, need that, couldn't afford the braces, of course, that kind of thing anyway, but still, I was self-conscious about that. I had big old giant breasts. These breasts, I have a size C, which I know y'all like, what is going on? But I had a C cup back when I was like in 3rd, 4th grade, like I have right now. They kept getting bigger and bigger. I think I was a triple H by the time I was in college. I was very self-conscious about those big old breasts. And I had, of course, a breast reduction in college because it was, of course, hurting my back and that kind of thing. But like I said, I was very self-conscious about that too. The pain was worse than that though, but I was still self-conscious about it as well. You used to get all kind of comments from different people, older men, just different things. I hated that. And that was something that I had to work on as well. Not just with the surgery because of the pain and all that and the grooves in my shoulder, but I had to work on that, on the feelings of that as well. Telling myself that I'm beautiful regardless as to what anybody's saying. Telling myself I love myself every day. Telling myself I can look good. I can be beautiful. I am beautiful. I can be whatever it is. Instead of putting myself down all the time. Or somebody that say a comment, a good comment to me, or you look nice, or this old thing, I want to go back and say something negative. I had to stop doing that and just say, okay, thank you. A lot of times we will sit up here and drill ourselves to death about something on our body that we don't like and nobody else even paying attention to it. A lot of times. Just know that I'm sure you're beautiful anyway. But just know that you have to start feeling that way about yourself no matter what I say. You have to start feeling that way. And until then, you're going to always feel like you have always doubting yourself. And your self-esteem low. You don't love yourself. You have to start picking that up. Do some affirmations every day. Positive affirmations about yourself. Yourself, your life, your career, everything. Every single day. Get in the mirror, I love you, Tonetta, or whatever your name is. That's my name, but whatever your name is. Telling yourself that you are beautiful, that you can, of course, accomplish whatever it is. And stop telling yourself that your teeth are the issues and this kind of thing. I'm sure at this, nobody else is probably paying attention to it more than you are. So like I said, you have to start injecting some of that positivity about yourself into your own life and start saying no. Start taking the time to schedule some events and make some plans for yourself, whether it's going to the spa, whether it's going to get your hair done, whether it's going to the movies, whether it's going to take a walk, whatever it is, going shopping at the store, whatever it is, start making that time for you to, and even if you don't say no, creating your own schedule around you and things that you want to do. People will start getting the point that you can't service them because you're always doing something for you. You don't have to say no. Your calendar gonna say no. But at some point you are going to have to, because people are going to ask, what's going on? Why you ain't been over here? Take me to the store to do this for me, or whatever the case may be. And yes, you're going to have to tell them that you're doing stuff for yourself and you can't always help them. You 31 years old, grow up now. It's time to be an adult. Speak your truth and speak your piece about things. Don't be afraid of that. Because folks will use and abuse you as long as you let them. I don't care who you are, male or female. People will do so. You have to be the one to stop that. Regardless as to childhood wounds, all that kind of stuff, start working on them things. If you need to see I'm a certified life coach, social worker over 25 years. If you need to speak to me about these situations, make sure that there'll be a link in the description to work with me one-on-one. And I'm sure I can help you with these things as well. If you want the help from me. And that goes for anybody out there that's dealing with something like this. I deal with life and relationships. That's what I do, a coach. Go back and look at all my thousands of videos. I'm sure you'll see that. You can decide whether you want to work with me or not. That's a choice you have to make. I can't make that choice for you. I'm just putting it out there in the ether to let you know what I can help you with if you need that type of thing. Don't sit here and suffer in silence. I don't care if it's me or somebody else. Whoever it is, get some help. One of the things that I still do to this day is journal. When you're talking about the low self-esteem and the childhood wounds and all this kind of stuff, start journaling. I have resources for that too. Start journaling. You'll see all that in the description if you want to get any of the resources from me. The ebooks or the journals, anything like that. I have journals that have prompts in them so that you can answer these kind of questions and ask yourself these questions and answer them truthfully to yourself in your journal. If you need that, the link's going to be in the description of this video. But like I said, I don't want you to sit up there and suffer in silence when there is help for you. Start with changing the way that you think about yourself. There's a book called Hung by the Tongue. I know I got it over there somewhere on my book. I'm looking at my bookcase. That's talking about how the negative words will, of course, impact your life and how the positive words impact your life. Constantly putting yourself down and telling yourself you ain't nothing, that's exactly what kind of life you're going to have. When you stop that and start doing the positive, doing the opposite, telling yourself what you can be and what you can do and how beautiful you are, then your life will start changing. And the folks around you will start noticing that change and then increasing confidence and self-esteem as well by the way that you move. It all starts with you. Yes, this is something that you can do on your own, but if you cannot do it, you can always reach out to me for that one-on-one assistance and support and accountability. So with that, y'all, I hope this helps somebody out there that's going through a low self-esteem, low confidence, low self-confidence, and low self-doubt. I hope this helps somebody out there. If you need your girl, the social worker coach, let me know, because you can work with me one-on-one, or you can grab one of the ebooks or resources or journals that I have down in the description. Don't suffer in silence. I don't care what you do. Do not suffer in silence. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and get this ended. So like I said, this is Reddit Stories, life advice. Again, this is Tonetta Clay, your social worker coach. If you need me, like I said, for support or one-on-one coaching, let me know send me a message or click the link down in the description and go ahead and get started to see how you can work with me. Otherwise, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell to receive all the videos that upload from this point here on out. So with that, y'all, peace out, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video.